And welcome to part 3 of the Castlevania 3 Let's Play, and we are moving on to the next level, which is one we've already gone through before on Alucard's path, but meh. We have to get through it to get through the game. We're getting there, we're halfway through. As such, I will be using Grant just because, for variety's sake. Anyway, be careful of the range on those guys' rapiers, at least I think they're using rapiers. It doesn't even look like they go that far, but trust me, they hit much wider than it looks. Anyway, you can't really do much in this room until the acid breaks to the floor. So you can get through a little bit faster with Grant because you can do this. But yeah, I will be showing last time I used Alucard to quickly get past some annoying parts. I will not be doing that this time, you know, just to show, okay, this is how you're supposed to get through it. But I wouldn't blame you if you want to skip past it anyway, because it's really, really, really annoying to deal with. In this part, since we're playing as Grant, we can easily skip over this. No problem. Gargoyles. Fortunately, in this part, they're actually pretty easy to avoid. Not like they are in level 9. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Alucard, so we can't just fly our way up there. So we have to wait on the blocks to form a path for us. Also, if you get crushed by the block, it won't kill you, but it will take damage from your health. So watch out for that. Now this no, not this one. What I was going to reference doesn't come until later. It's one of the more infamous parts of the game. No, it's not. We're actually facing a boss very soon. At least I think. Yeah, nothing in there. Yes, this boss. Haven't we fought this guy already? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we've fought this guy once before, but same strategy as before. Axes or crosses are your best friend. Holy water is useless. And yeah. With the axe, you really should have no problem with him. I guess the only difference is you don't have the quicksand to catch you. Instead, it's a bottomless pit. But even still, I mean, look at how easy I had with him. Now, this part's annoying. This is what I was referencing before. Now, before, I could just easily use Alucard and, you know, fly up there, no problem. That is not so this time, because I don't have Alucard. Now, the way these blocks fall, they have a predetermined pattern, and they will continually repeat it over and over and over again, ad nauseum. So just be wary of the pattern, and basically do what I'm doing. Like, on this side right here, when one block comes down, move to the other side, then wait for the one to come down, jump on it, and repeat the process over and over again. Because if you get hit one of those blocks, you're probably going to fall off into a pit and die. And then you're going to lose all your sub-weapons and your double and triple shots and all that stuff, which is going to suck. As I'm doing right here, it's not really hard, it's just tedious. There's no real reason for this to drag on like it does. I mean, you could stick to the middle or the right, but I feel like their patterns are a bit more complicated. Now we have an issue because once that block appears right there, they won't drop any more from above on that section on the left. It'll only do so in the middle and the right. So what we've got to do is just simply wait here. I mean, and I know that's not all that exciting, but we wait until it builds up enough of a gap to where we can cross normally. Now since I've got Grant with me, I can climb on the sides and stuff, and be a bit riskier with my jumps. That's not the case if you're doing like Trevor alone, though you really shouldn't be. I don't know why you would, but just in case. See right there? I can easily grab the side of it and make a bit riskier jump than normal. But yeah, we're finally through that room. It's really annoying though, so don't be surprised if you hate it. Or you could just do the smart thing and have Alucard and then skip it entirely. Or just play Cypress Path, which is what I almost do all the time. Annoying birds, but that's what the axe is for. I love the axe. Well, I love the axe when it's useful. Anyway, this is, there's actually a 1-up right here in these blocks. I believe it's a 1-up. Yeah, it is. You'll probably need it. Now, this part can also be a bit of a bitch if you don't know what you're doing. I'm actually showing off how to do this properly, even though I could skip this if I wanted to. You only jump here, ignore the bat, or deal with it, and then get here. Now, these will also break apart if you stand on them, so you just can keep jumping repeatedly in order to avoid that. And then jump on this, and then get all the way to the left. You don't have much time, so don't screw around. And jump on these once they reappear, and you've got it. As Trevor alone, that's really, really difficult, so I wouldn't recommend you do that. But you're really only going to do Trevor alone if you're doing some kind of challenge run. Now don't forget these platforms flip when you jump on them, so don't get hit by the Medusa heads. That's what they're really there for, is to screw you over if you get hit. Like, the damage won't even be that much, it's the falling to the bottomless pit that would suck. That's kind of how it works in Castlevania games, at least the classic ones. The damage really isn't overwhelming, it's the threat of falling into a bottomless pit that you really have to watch out for. Oh, this section. This is also part of the reason why nobody likes level 7. It's even harder with Grant, because he doesn't have the ability to just fly past everything like Alucard does. But the good thing about this part is it means you're almost at the end of the level. And these gargoyles get placed at the most annoying parts too, which really sucks. Don't be ashamed if that you really struggle with this section. It's insanely difficult. I'm making it look easy. It's not. When I practiced this level and playing the game before I did this, I died so many times. So, basically, I just got one really good run in, and I was able to get that on camera. Don't take this run as being representative of like every single playthrough I have of this game. It's more like a best hits collection. Anyway, we're basically at the end, and if you've probably taken a lot of damage at this point, so go back, get the meat, and then you can head on to the boss. You're probably gonna need it. Now, if you don't, well then, good for you. And we get the same boss that we fought before. Triple Holy Water will easily take out these dudes. That was fast. Now, time for round 2. This guy's AI script was a bit annoying because he kept trying to do this charge maneuver, and he'll pretty much always outrun Trevor when doing this charge, so I just switched to Grant. For that, I'm not going to attack him with Grant because you're not really going to hit this guy with the axe. What I'm trying to do is goad him into doing something, like having him slam his hammer down on me, and then you can get out of the way, whip him a couple of times, goad him into doing it again, then whip him, and repeat that over and over again. You can get a lot of hits on him really fast. Like that. It's just, for whatever reason, his AI kept wanting to charge him on me. which was annoying, but not impossible to deal with. And now, time for the final part. Just douse him in holy water, because it'll constantly have a stream of damage instead of the cross, which will only hit at maximum twice. So I prefer this method. Grant's really got nothing he can use to really help him with it. The axe will deal minimal damage, and it doesn't have the multiple hits that the holy water does. So if you don't have the holy water, well, good luck. If you don't have that sub weapon, he's a lot harder than he looks. Anyway, we're back into the main part of the castle. Yay! And back hearing Vampire Killer again, which is always awesome to me. And we've only got a few levels to go before the end of the game. I mentioned this in a one of the earlier playthroughs of this game, but I do appreciate how instead of backloading certain levels like this, they're memorable. Like, you know, because in Castlevania 1, the Grand Hall was one of the first levels in the game, so they backload it at the end, so it's a bit more memorable that way for me. Because you've worked so hard to get to this point, it's a bit more rewarding instead of just seeing it right at the beginning. I mean, I guess because the way Castlevania 1 was designed, they didn't really have much choice. But that's also why I like Castlevania 4 so much, because a lot of the traditional Castlevania set pieces don't happen until the end of the game, so it feels very rewarding to see them. Whereas in other Castlevania games, from the very beginning, it kind of feels like they're handed to you. Again, that's due to structure. It's not really bad game design or anything, it's just a nitpick I have. Anyway, you can slip through that opening there with Grant very easily. Slimes aren't that big of a deal when you have the dagger. Of course, those Axe Armor Knights are going to be a big problem with Grant, because his damage really isn't that good. So, good dose of triple holy water, and these Knights are nothing. There we go. Yay, more hearts. Don't really need them, but they're there. Anyway, instant triple shot. If you need it, it's always there, even if you have it maxed out. Now this time I'm going to go through this part a little bit differently. I'm going to climb underneath it, which you can totally do. And you will actually go faster than walking on it, so that's something. And there's a weird glitch whenever you do this. Normally those two blocks in the front won't get removed, but here they will. I don't get that. Huh. If someone can explain why that happens, I'd be grateful. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a strategy a little bit differently. I do not recommend you do this. This was just sort of to, I guess, shake up the playthrough a little bit. The axe can be useful here for taking out some of these sickles, but the thing is, it gets kind of hard to deal with death this way. I recommend just trying to trap him into a corner with holy water and just take him out there. That's the easiest way to deal with it, in my opinion. And you can kill this guy with holy water before he even gets a chance to touch you. And that's the end of the part. See you guys for the finale.